like it's been forever since I've been in front of a camera. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Trinity and I'm back. So you already know my intro, right?
Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh,
ooh. We back.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, and I'm gonna say that I am not better than I was the last time. I have been going through, you guys, like going through, and some of you may already know. If you follow me on Twitter, you got that tea. If you follow me on Snapchat, you saw that tea. If you did follow me on Twitter or Snapchat, you kind of already know a little something something. And I didn't want to do that story time today. Honestly, I don't want to do that story time today. Make sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up, and we can get this to how many? I'm trying to think of a decent number for you guys to hit far as the likes. Maybe 5,000. I think that's kind of a lot, but I want to test it out. I want to see how strong the J team is. I'm about to test y'all's loyalty. Let's see how loyal y'all are. Okay, I know y'all subscribed and I know y'all watching, but I gotta know if you loyal. This is going to be a first time video. I know some of y'all came looking. No, but this is in the first time series. This is when I was younger and I had a best friend, and we're gonna name her Jamie. Hopefully I remember that I named her Jamie, because I tend to switch up names throughout the whole video trying to cover up for the name. I'm gonna name her Jamie just to protect her identity. Hung out a whole lot, and we even went to the same church together, and she was my bestie. What can I say? So I was over Jamie's house, and my parents were not there. I'm positive they weren't there. She did have a big brother, and I believe he was watching us. They had an upstairs and downstairs. I'm pretty sure he was upstairs because that's where his room was, but there were no adults in the house. Her older brother was pretty old, but like maybe 18 years old, minding his own business, not watching the kids. We're downstairs in the playroom. They had this really cool playroom. They had like the fake kitchen. They had the easy bake oven. And she's just like, hey, let's play house. Now let me go ahead and explain what house is, because I don't know if these kids are still out here playing this game, but I'm gonna rant about this just to let you know. First, let me go ahead and explain what it is. Okay, so playing house is when you assign roles to your friend. Someone has to be the daddy, somebody has to be the mommy, and if somebody wants to be the kid, they can be the kid. If somebody wants to be the grandma, they can be the grandma. This was my first time ever playing house. First time ever. I didn't even know how to play. So Jamie's like, I'ma be the wife and you gonna be the husband. That's what she told me. She told me I was gonna be the husband. I was gonna be the man of the house.
Bruh.
I'm kind of confused because I'm just like, I'm not a man. I'm not a guy. I can't play a dad. That's how I respond. I was just like, I can't play this. I'm not a man. How am I supposed to be a husband when I'm not a man? Jamie responded and she was just like, oh, well, there isn't any guys here. You're the only one here, so you have to be the man. And I'm just like, well, you're right. There isn't a guy here. So I guess I would have to play that role because there isn't a guy here. If a kid is missing anything for a game, they will substitute it for anything and everything just to make sure they can play that game. I know this, okay? Mini story, there was this one time, me, my brothers, my sisters, all of us, we was outside and we wanted to play baseball. We didn't have tools to play a baseball game. So we picked up a big stick. All right, we grabbed a rock, we grabbed a couple little things for the bases. All right, so kids will make up their own imaginations to make sure they can play a game. And I knew for a fact, okay, I have to play this role for us to play this game. So that was it. I was young. I mean, I didn't think it would be such a big deal. So like, okay, well, we got the fake kitchen here. We're gonna be flipping eggs, flipping plastic eggs. You know, we got the easy bake oven here. We're gonna bake some little cupcakes. We gonna just be friends like we usually are, you know. That's it. Over there and have a little tea party. You know, PG stuff. Not even PG stuff, like this type of rating, you know? Not anything too crazy. But oh, I was in for a big surprise. Also keep in mind, I was young. So imagine like little young Trinity. I mean, I was extra short, extra small, extra young. Aww. Young, you guys, I was young. I really didn't think this would go the way it went. But all I know is Jamie told me to come into the closet. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, y'all. Yes, she did. She told me to come into the closet, and me, that's my best friend, whatever. Okay, let's go into the closet. What's in the closet? It must be something fun that Jamie's going to tell me or something. I go into the closet, and for one, it's dark. There isn't any light. It's complete darkness. Just like, okay, well, you know, I'm here. Jamie starts to kiss me. She grabs my head and she kisses me. This was by far the most uncomfortable thing I had to go through as a child, for real. This whole kiss thing happened really fast, so let me just break down what I was going through, okay? First of all, it was extremely uncomfortable because this is my best friend. So I wasn't expecting for her to grab my head and kiss me. I didn't expect that. I mean, I'm young, it's my best friend, kissing girls, no. Let me go ahead and make a disclaimer. I'm straight, strictly dickly, I'm not bi, I'm not gay, not curious, okay? I knew that it was something that just wasn't right about the situation. I know some of you are probably like, girl, it's just a kiss. Okay, well, look, if maybe you want to kiss girls, maybe this is a fantasy of yours, but not me. Not only was I uncomfortable about my best friend kissing me, but I was also disgusted because, I mean, at a young age, you know, you don't know how to kiss. It was so wet and so sloppy and slippery. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all probably like, Trinity, you're overreacting. I don't care. I don't care. This was nasty. I don't get down like that. I'm sorry. Maybe you get down like that. Maybe you that way, okay? And hey, whatever, but this ain't about you. This is about me, and I didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't for that long. It was just for like a second or two. I pushed away because, I mean, no. I wiped off my mouth because it was disgusting. Like, my face was wet. And she looked me in my eyes and she was just like, what? You know, like, pretty much like, what? And me, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I thought we were gonna be flipping plastic eggs. Like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't like this wasn't supposed to happen. And there I have my best friend staring at me like, what? You know, you're the husband, I'm the wife, so, and I'm just like, yeah, but you're taking this too far. You're taking these roles too far. And I remember trying to not hurt her feelings, trying to not make her feel so awkward. I just let her know I don't want to play anymore. That's what I told her. I said, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to do this. Her response to me, she's upset. She's telling me that I had to play. Like, you have to. This is what you have to do.
Cause you're my girl now, you gotta ride on my bike.
But I want to ride my own bike.
My dad always drives my mom.
So
that means I have to ride you. Come on.
And I'm just like, no. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Even though I was young, I was pretty headstrong, and I knew, like, okay, you're not gonna tell me what to do. Like, you're not gonna pressure me into doing something I don't want to do. I've always been that way. I've always been kind of stubborn. I do understand somewhat of where she's coming from because we're playing house. I'm the husband, she's the wife. If this is what she's observed from her parents, then okay, that makes sense. Because we all know kids will mimic anything they see their parents doing growing up. This is why it's not good to be playing house at all. These young kids out here, What if they end up slapping a girl just because they saw their dad slap their mom? Like, that's not right. You know, these little kids out here gonna be pulling out their little willy, all because they know that they dad got a willy, pulling it out on the mama. It just ain't right. It just ain't right. And none of these little kids need to be playing house. I think it should be banned. I think they should get in trouble if they play in that game. It's just not right. It's just not right. There are some kids out here that are not so headstrong, and they may fall into pressure. Like, for instance, if I would have went along with it, if I would have fell into pressure and I would have continued to let her kiss me, that would have been me doing something I did not want to do, but I did it because I wanted to please her. And I feel like part of becoming who you really are is doing things that you want to do. When you start to live your life doing things for other people, you don't become yourself. Even though Jamie was my best friend, and I really did care for her. I mean, she was my best friend, you know? But I was not going to do something that I felt uncomfortable with, because it was uncomfortable, period. Like, girl, so you just want me to let you just slobber all up on my face? Like, you kind of was just spitting and licking all over my face. Like, really? I wasn't about to stay for this. Like, deuces, sorry, girl. Amy did not apologize to me. She made me feel really bad for not doing it. And I'm just like, whatever, like, whatever. If I left, I went to another room. I don't know if it was the living room. All I know is just they had a large TV. So whatever room had a large TV, I was up in that room. Once my parents came to pick me up, that was it. I didn't tell them what happened. I felt like I handled it. Let me go ahead and let y'all know that when I was younger, my nickname was Little Mama. My mom called me Little Mama because I felt like I had so much control over my life. I was walking around the house, bossing everyone around. I told my sister to wash the dishes. I told my brother to clean up. I was like Little Mama. That was my nickname. Walking around being a sassy little girl, that was me. So I didn't tell my parents, but I think I handled it well. I told her, no, I don't want to do this. This isn't right. I'm uncomfortable. That's it. I don't want to do it. And I walked away from it. I don't know if Jamie told her parents. From that point, I don't remember us being friends anymore. We didn't go to the same church anymore. I didn't go over her house anymore. Both of our parents weren't even friends anymore. So it's just like, it was just like a complete separation after that. I don't know what happened. I don't even know. My parents don't know this story. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna have to call them before I post this. You know, a little bit of tea from my mom about somewhat of the friendship between the parents, but I mean, that's not necessary. But the bottom line is the fact that we weren't friends anymore, and I just went on about my life. But the crazy thing is, we went so long without seeing each other or talking to each other. I get to high school and I see her. And it was a little weird for me because I always went back to that last moment that me and her hung out. We didn't speak at all. I mean, I think maybe we said hi to each other probably once. I don't think she saw me as an enemy. I didn't see her as an enemy. Like, it was so long time ago. And if somebody made her a topic, I said good things because there's nothing to be upset about. There's nothing to be mad about. There's no beef. The only weird thing that happened was the fact that we dated the same guy. I was dating this guy for 6 months and we broke up, and then he started dating Jamie and then they broke up, but whatever. I know some of you may want to know, is she bi? Is she gay? Like, well, what is she based off of what she did when she was little? I don't believe she kissed me because she was gay or bi or whatever. I don't think that's why she kissed me. I think she kissed me because she wanted to make sure she was playing the roles. I'm pretty sure if there was a boy in the room, she would have immediately made him the husband, not me. It was by default. Like I said earlier in this video, maybe like 2 times already, these little kids out here don't need to be playing house. It's not safe. It's not good for kids. Make sure, please, go look into this poll section because I really am curious to know if you've ever played house, if you agree that kids should be playing house. Let me know. It's going to be in the polls over here. But that's the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up for more story time videos. Make sure to comment below any of your thoughts on this topic. I think it's going to get pretty interesting, but I already gave you my opinion. I'm curious to hear y'all's opinion. All opinions are welcome. Just don't be disrespectful. And before you go, I want to encourage you guys to be bold, be brave, be bold like I was in the closet to push her away and say no. That's already me being bold, and me being brave was me risking my friendship to not compromise my morals and what I felt was right. So yeah, make sure to be bold, brave, and beautiful, and I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye!
Mama told me not to sell word. Mama 17, 5, same color t-shirt, white. Mama told me not to sell word.